mark till it's touched. They'll have to throw it up. Garherd, turnaround, shot in the air. It's good. It's tied again. I don't believe it. We've got a third overtime in a Boston Garden.
2 seconds. 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it. Jerry West made it from the other side of the midcourt stripe.
Greer's putting the ball on a play. He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals it over to Stan Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over. Johnny Havlicek is being mobbed by the fans. Johnny Havlicek stole the ball.
Excitement and great plays have always been part of the NBA playoffs. Perhaps it's the heightened competition. Perhaps it's a sense for drama. Playoff time seems to offer a special invitation for basketball's most extraordinary moments. This legacy continued in 1985 as heralded rookies gave dazzling performances. While tireless veterans flashed old spark, men of all ages were once again filled with the loftiest of aspirations.
There's no turning back. Help me make the most of freedom and our pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to move. There's a room where the light won't find you. So glad we've always made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to.
Every year, 23 teams vie for the NBA title, but only one can be crowned as champion. The Boston Celtics earned that honor a year ago by defeating the Los Angeles Lakers in a seventh and deciding game. To the Celtics came the spoils of victory. To the Lakers came the bitter frustrations of second place. Like the Celtics, the Lakers had already won 2 titles during the 1980s and were accustomed to the rewards of complete victory. For the champion Celtics and the vengeful Lakers, the new season had one sole purpose: to recapture what seemed rightfully theirs, an NBA title, and return to glory. The Boston Celtics began their title defense against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a once woeful team just missing twin upsets at the Boston Garden. The Celtics' close victories also came at a price. Larry Bird's aggravated elbow forced Boston star player to miss Game 3, an absence that bolstered the confidence of the home court Cavaliers. Noted Celtic killer World B. Free went into orbit, scoring 34 points, while teammate Roy Hinson slammed the Celtics to the floorboards, tightening the series 2-1. The Cavs averted a 3-game sweep and pondered the possibility of an upset. To do so, the Cavaliers would have to overcome Bird's return to the lineup. Bird was fresh from his second consecutive MVP season, and even injured, he was a dangerous adversary. Throughout his career, Bird has been able to transcend pain and injury to produce great games, many of them at Cleveland's expense. The Cavalier faithful were looking to make the Celtic forward an endangered species, but this Bird was one loose goose. With Bird exuding extreme confidence, Cavs fans desperately attempted to rattle his concentration. First they tried with a standing wave. Then they used a moving one, but that too didn't work as Bird coped with all distractions. The Cavaliers then had to use a little elbow grease to knock Bird off his high perch. Yet Bird remained unruffled. He dusted himself off and poured in 42 points, proving that Cleveland's dreams for an upset were just flying on a wing and a prayer. With Cleveland disposed of, the Celtics' attention turned towards Detroit, where the Silverdome roof was literally caving in on the Pistons. A violent snowstorm forced the action to downtown Joe Louis Arena, but Detroit's surrogate home court seemed all too accommodating for the visiting Green. Down 2-1 and Piston hopes crumbling in Game 4, Coach Chuck Daly gave reserve guard Vinnie Johnson the directive to shoot at will. Johnson's rapid-fire assault wiped out Boston's 11-point fourth-quarter lead as he personally outscored the Celtic team 22-12 in the final frame. For Chuck Daly, Johnson was right on target. Johnson's heroics also baffled the Celtics, for it wasn't Detroit's 3 All-Stars who evened the series, but an unheralded, happy-shooting man named Johnson. Appropriately, the Celtics had a Johnson of their own, Dennis Johnson, another guard who sparkles in the playoff limelight. DJ's aching wrist made him miss the morning practice, but no injury could slow him down from a 30-point evening. Daly turned to his own version of Johnson, and it again paid off, as Vinny connected on 8 of his first 9 shots. Despite Vinny Johnson's show-stopping performance, the Boston Garden is a floor meant for Celtic greats like Larry Bird. Bird answered the call with 43 points in Game 5 and continued his mastery in Game 6 to give the Celtics a 4-2 series victory. Boston's postseason show moved now into the Eastern Conference Finals, forcing the proud but defeated Pistons to exit stage right. The playoff spotlight gleamed brightly upon Boston's heralded Celtics. The team was primed, nearly invincible at home, and ready for anything to come down the line. But waiting in the wings were the Philadelphia 76ers, the one team that turns the Celtics' accustomed joviality into deep concern. Over the years, the two teams have shattered the traditional image of a friendly rivalry to establish a family feud.
Oh, it doesn't take long to get caught in this rivalry. I think it's one of the best rivalries in sports. You know, you go out there and you compete, and you know, you got to play so well to win it. You know, it demands a lot out of you. And when the series is over, I think both teams can look back and say, hey, we gave it our best shot.
You know, we've got probably more respect for the 76ers than any other team in the league, period.
I think in terms of two clubs in professional sports and professional team sports, really wanting one another and going after one another's throats, this is definitely the ultimate.
There's no greater time in basketball that I've ever had other than going out and beating the 76ers.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Boston Garden.
Collectively, the Celtics and the 76ers had won 5 straight Eastern Conference Finals, and number 6 had a pre-series favorite.
And the world champion Boston Celtics.
Boston earned the league's best record and outdistanced Philly by 5 games. Yet the critical issue was momentum. Boston was tested in the early rounds and responded confidently, while Philadelphia breezed past the Milwaukee Bucks in 4 straight. Some speculated if the Sixers had peaked too soon.
Well, a week's rest, Dick, means an awful lot, but perhaps you can rest too long.
Philadelphia's layover gave Moses Malone ample time to contemplate. Malone pondered his first 76er playoff series against Boston and dwelled upon Robert Parrish's winning postseason reputation. These heavy thoughts may have consumed Malone, humbling him to Parrish's dazzling defense. It was apparent that Malone was psychologically flat and was caught flat-footed by Parrish at every turn. Malone was not the only one affected by mind games, as Larry Bird's hypnotic offense put all the 76ers in a trance. The 76ers were ambushed in the series' first 2 games, and Coach Billy Cunningham wondered how he would regroup his troops. The Sixers had been severely outclassed. Key players were completely unproductive, and Philly's old guard began to look their age. Game 3 was played at the Philadelphia Spectrum, but a 3rd straight loss put the Sixers on the verge of elimination, leaving just a handful of fans keeping the faith.
I came all the way from Monterey City, 100 miles away. And if they even go 4 down, I'm for them. They're the best.
Rookie Charles Barkley finally gave Philly fans a reason to cheer. In Game 4, the powerfully built forward cleared the boards for 20 rebounds and chipped in 15 points to lead Philadelphia to their first win of the series. With Charles in charge, the Sixers gained the leadership they sorely lacked, but one wondered if it was too little, too late.
The man came through, played like a man, played like a veteran. Without that, you know, we wouldn't be where we are right now, still alive. We'd be planning the vacation.
This is going to probably end up being a mercy killing, really, when we get up there in Boston.